नमस्कार, सुस्वागतम एंड आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है कि आप हमारे इस छोटे से कार्यक्रम में आए. Our guest of honor for the day, Honorable Member of Parliament, Government of India, Dr. Kirit Solanki ji, who has especially flown in for a couple of hours from Ahmedabad. Honorable Member of Parliament from Haryana, Srimati Sunita Dugal ji, जिनका अभी हमें इंतज़ार है. His Excellency Mr. Raymond Megis, Deputy Chief of Mission EU Delegation to India and Bhutan. Her Excellency Ms. Grace Akello, High Commissioner Uganda High Commission, जिनका हमें इंतज़ार है. And Dr. Aruna Abhay Oswal, Chairperson Abhay Oswal Group and Trust. Mr. P. Balaji, Chief Regulatory and Corporate Affairs Officer, Vodafone India. Shri Puneet ji, who has joined us from RailTel, and Anita ji, all coveted guests who are here today. Ambra Foundation has been very fortunate in welcoming you all, the audience and our esteemed panelists and everybody. A very warm welcome to you all. As some of you may know, Ambra Foundation has been actively working in the area of Indian art, craft, culture, skill development, non-formal education, and women empowerment since 2012. I very proudly recall Amrotsav, which we had done in the year 2015 in association with Government of Gujarat, which was a unique cultural experience where over 100 artists of national and international repute participated, and later Amrotsavs in association with NDMC, ICCR, and Oxford. Our flagship seminar series, SheSpeaks, highlights challenges, aspirations, and inspirations of women. We are proud to have featured some of the top leaders, sitting judges of Honorable Supreme Court of India, Secretaries, Government of India, senior academicians, media persons, and activists. Coming back to International Women's Day 2021, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao should become more than a government initiative ingrained in the consciousness of fabric of Indian society. It has the potential to transform the productivity of our nation. Fast forward to census 2031, if the gender ratio at birth and the 1 to 30 age group is closer to 1:1 ratio, Beti Bachao as a slogan will no longer be necessary. It will be a realized reality. Switzerland, a rich country, and Burkina Faso, one of the poorest, have gender ratios that are similar. It is because they celebrate the joy of birth rather than gender. Collectively, we can all help create an inclusive world. Safety and hygiene for women is of utmost importance. I'm proud that our Honorable Prime Minister had the vision to roll it out as a living reality in the shape of toilets for women across the country. Amidst the challenges thrown up globally, was it just over a year ago? Focus of the world shifted to the pandemic, which put everything else on the back burner. Women bore the brunt of tensions imposed by lockdowns, violence, homelessness, or lopsided share of responsibility. The sociology of lockdowns' impact on women will be studied for decades to come. And if social awareness, policy frameworks, support systems, and legislation are changed, then something good can emerge from the unprecedented calamity that has afflicted almost all of humanity. At Aambra, we launched a telephone support line for women in Delhi NCR to reach out for help, if nothing more than a sympathetic ear and objective counseling. In providing this helpline, we have been able to not even skim the surface of issues faced by women in the National Capital Region. Much work needs to be resourced, planned, and service rendered to those in need. The year has also seen some noteworthy progress. Women are now to be inducted into permanent commissions in the Indian Army, even in operational regiments. In the past, they only served the Army Medical Corps. This is progress. Seema Kushwaha, Nirbhaya's lawyer, achieved the objective of getting justice for the victim. Ritu Kavidhal has been hailed as Rocket Woman of India for her role in anchoring ISRO's Mars Orbiter mission. Divya Gokulnath, co-founder of Baiju, made the A-list of wealth creators, even as may be said that privileged by education and opportunity, nothing is impossible for women. Let us put together our hands in applause for these women. Standing on a railway platform, I always notice that the first compartment of the rake after the engine is reserved exclusively for women. In buses, it's the same. And wow betide the man who's caught sitting on a seat for women. There are few countries in the big wide world out there that accord women this courtesy. At the time of our independence, women were also given the right to exercise their franchise. Such a smooth path to women's suffrage was not the case in many countries around the world. However, it is not to say that we are a problem-free society. Since the start of today's program, at least 2 rapes have occurred according to Government of India statistics. A rape occurs every 15 minutes somewhere in India. And these are only the reported cases. Victim shaming, loss of honor for the family and community means that many cases go unreported. This is a sad indictment of our society. A purely rhetorical question, the story of Dushasana isn't a filmy episode. We have to use the learnings to create a stronger value framework for our nation. 2 recent incidents stand out. A court acquitted a child molester because there was no skin contact. In another case, a man accused of rape was asked by an august member of the judiciary if he was willing to marry the victim. Patriarchy is an ever-present condition in almost all societies in the world, but no child in other countries or other societies is taught Matri Devo Bhava, followed by Pitru Acharya and Atithi Devo Bhava. There is a huge streak of compassion unique in our flavor of patriarchism, often celebrated in worship of Durga and Mariamman in the east and south of our country. There are many challenges in transforming society at every layer in according dignity and equal opportunity to almost half the population of our nation. Only then we will be truly a democracy. I now ask each of us to rise to the challenge of transformation. Please raise your hand and repeat after me that I will not only respect the women of my own family, but I will respect each and every female colleague, neighbor, workmate, friend, co-traveler, and so on. Thank you very much. And our most recent projects are toll-free helpline for mental health support in Delhi NCR and digital inclusion project, both launched during pandemic, and we are in dire need of CSR partners and patrons. I reach out to you all to help us. धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, आपने मुझे इतना समय दिया. Thank you so much, everyone.